Hi guys. Well, I am in my basement in front of my wood stove, and I'm going to be sharing with you some real life ghost stories. I was watching another one of my subscribers and somebody I am subscribed to, and they were sharing some of their ghost stories, and I thought it was a great idea for a video, so I'm going to share a couple with you here. The first one that I can think of was happened up in a small town in northern Ontario. My father was looking after this woman, and she was sick. She had a disease. He was taking care of her. He was a bit worried about her, but she assured him she would be fine. And he left to join us up north. And she had taken a real shine to me. She was one of our neighbors and lived across the street, and she always liked me. She was one of the first people to send me a bunch of flowers when I graduated from school. She used to be a teacher, and then she was a principal. Anyways, so this weekend, while we were up north, I was sleeping out. It was like a little cottage, and I was in the living room. You know, one of those where there's lots of beds everywhere. Anyways, I opened my eyes, and sitting beside the stove on the couch was this woman. And she was looking at me and kind of made this motion like shh or something, and said hi and waved to me. And I was like, oh no, you know, what is she doing here, kind of thing. Like, I liked her, but, you know, me being a kid and her being an adult, you know, kids get freaked out. And, you know, I got uncomfortable. She would ask me a lot of questions and things like that. Anyway, so I thought for a minute there that she had come up somehow and was going to stay with us. But then I put the covers over my head, and then I put the covers back down, and she was gone. And we found out when we got back to Toronto that she had actually passed away that weekend. So that was one story. Another story is when I got this house, the house in northern Ontario. When I first was here, there was all kinds of noises coming from the basement, all these strange pinging and knocking sounds. And I couldn't figure out what could be causing them. But as I worked on the house, I noticed that they had subsided. Also, when my dog is upset about something. Also, when I first came here, there were these black birds that I kept seeing everywhere, and they would stay on the hydro lines and be squawking at me and seem like they were talking to me. And when I finally cleaned out the chimney, I found a bunch of bird bones in there, and I did a kind of ritual and burial of the bones. And the birds, although they were still very present around the house, they seemed to not be as bad as when I had first arrived. It seemed like I had taken this abandoned house, this house that was forgotten, this garden that was forgotten, and I restored it. And whatever souls were around here seemed to be appeased and pleased by what I had done. Now, whoa, did you hear that? That's too weird. Oh my god. Okay, that was not set up, I'm telling you. And her spirit seemed to be happy that I had restored her home to its former glory. Have a good one.